Hello everybody, hope you're all well. Sorry this is a little bit late. My partner Amanda's got home from hospital this week, so it's taken a little bit of my time. But this will be the 7th video in the meditation, hypnosis, self-hypnosis video series that I've been doing. I know a couple of you have asked me when the next one was going to be done, and it's today. The other video that I've mentioned, that I said I would be making, was a video about craniosacral therapy, and I had said that I was going to record my session of cranial therapy with Rob Williamson. I have done that. I had my session of therapy this morning with Rob, and we did record it, and I will be putting this video up. With this video though, I have to say, I'm just using my little camera that I've got. I can't edit it or anything like that. There are parts of this video where Rob is out of camera shot because he moves around to the side of me, and while he's there he is performing the therapy on the bottom of my spine and various points at the bottom of my spine. But there's quite a lot of footage of him with laying on of hands on my head, and while you'll see his hand on the front of my head, his other hand is pushing pressure points on the back of my, where the spine meets the skull, the brainstem. That point there is very sensitive to this therapy, is for me anyway. And I'm sure that at the start of it, when he was performing the therapy, I had this sudden wave of relaxation and lightness, and the feeling of bubbles just rushed through my body. And as I felt this, I'm sure Rob does say to me, there you go, and I think I say to him something like, did you feel that? And as this happened, he could actually feel this happening. That was just a lovely feeling, but this continues throughout. The other part of this, with this video, is there are some periods of time where neither myself or Rob are talking, and it's just Rob performing the therapy. Of course you won't want to just see that, I don't suppose, so you can fast forward portions of it. Rob does speak and describe cranial therapy and its uses and so on in some of this video. If you go to the end of the video, if you stick with it and watch till the end of the video, or skip to the end of the video, myself and Rob do have a short discussion regarding craniotherapy and how it can help people, etc. So I hope it's at least an insight into the therapy that I have done, and that I really recommend craniotherapy. I hope it's an insight at least. Okay, so now we're going to get into the video 7 of the meditation self-hypnosis videos with Andrew Parr. So I will hand over to Andrew Parr as soon as I have fixed this. I will hand over to Andrew now, and let's get into it.
Hello again, this is Andrew Parr. Welcome back once more. This will be an altered state of awareness exercise, so you will be required to sit comfortably, eyes closed, in just a few moments. I'm going to chat to you first of all, but you may want to get ready for that right now. Now, earlier on I allured to the use of hypnotic techniques, self-hypnosis, visualization techniques for the treatment of cancer, stroke patients, and things like that. And we're going to go through one of those exercises right now. Now, many people just try and use visualization exercises by themselves, and sometimes it works, that's great, but sometimes they don't work. And to me, the reasons why they don't work is it's like you're trying to run up that down escalator, that moving staircase. The visualization says I want to go this way, but something inside of you pulls you back against it. So that's why I've gone through the other exercises with you first of all. So by being aware of those processes, of having your mind focusing on what you want, not what you don't want, but focusing on what you want, being aware of any limiting thoughts, feelings and ideas, and even just simply acknowledging them begins to make a difference. Let alone begin to deal with them, release them, process them in some way. By doing that, what you're doing is switching that escalator, you're switching that moving staircase so it's going in the direction you want to go in. So that when you do something like a visualization exercise in a moment, it actually is far, far more powerful, because every part of your being is then supporting that idea. Okay, so what do I mean by a visualization exercise for those of you who don't know? What we're doing is using an image, an idea in your mind to send a message into your body. The image, the visualization, via your brain, retrains your brain to send signals in a different way, to actually change something physiologically in your body. Now we can use this for pain relief. It's very, very good for switching off pain. I also mentioned the stroke patient who greatly speeded his recovery by using visualization techniques to allow his brain to find a new way to get the signal to those parts of his body that had been affected. And it's my understanding nowadays that this phenomenon is called neuroplasticity, that the brain can somehow find another way, or neurons can double up or double their function, or just new connections can be found. And I think this is particularly important with tinnitus, because one of the most popular beliefs that we have this phenomena is that it's something to do with the neurons and the nerves and the brain and the auditory system there. That somehow either we're simply hearing that system working when we didn't before, or that something has gone wrong with that system, and that in an attempt to correct it, the brain is filling in the broken connections with the sound, which you then can detect or pick up on. And the sound really is a signal within you that you interpret as a sound. So what we're looking to do is to teach your mind, or train your mind or your brain to begin to heal the connection. I think of it sometimes, it's rather like, I have young children, and we have those little baby monitors where you have one in the bedroom and one downstairs or wherever in the other part of the home so you can hear them. And if I switch the receiving one off, no problem. But if I leave the receiving one on and I switch the transmitter off, it's a horrible noise. And I'm sure you must know that from other examples too. Like a radio, if you haven't got it tuned into the right signal, you get the white noise or something like that. So in many cases of tinnitus, it seems as if the sound is produced because the signal is not getting through. So the receiving part is not putting up a signal. So what you hear instead is the internal sounds of the components. When you reconnect the signal, if I switch on the transmitter once again, that sound disappears straight away, instantly. So now what I want to do is give your mind a way to begin re-establishing the connections to stimulate the process of neuroplasticity here. If you're ready, let's just get on with it. So what I'd like you to do is, once again, making sure you're in a comfortable position. I'd like you to turn your hands over, your arms over so they're facing palm upwards. I'd like you to lift your toes up or curl your toes up once again. And I'd like you to tilt your head backwards and look up towards an imaginary spot on the ceiling, or a real spot on the ceiling, just focusing on a point on the ceiling. I'd like you to take a big deep breath in now, through your mouth into your tummy. And as you breathe out, just close your eyes down. A nice big deep breath in once more. And as you breathe out, just allowing your heavy head to roll forward onto your chest. And again, a nice big deep breath in. As you breathe out, just turning your hands over, turning your arms over, releasing the tension so they can relax. And another big deep breath in. As you breathe out, just sagging your shoulders. Just making them sag right down, right down. Big deep breath in once again. This time, just relaxing the toes. Releasing the tension there, just relaxing the toes. Breath once again. And as you breathe out, just loosening the muscles, the bones in the top of your body, pretending as if they're just loose, lazy, wobbly, like jelly, like elastic bands, rubber bands. And just resting there for a few moments. Just beginning to relax, beginning to settle down, beginning to let go. Now in your mind, I'd like you to visualize a very beautiful cityscape scene, a nighttime city scene. Skyscrapers, the lights on in the windows. And you're just turning the lights off now, one by one. Seeing the lights go out. And as the lights switch off, so you're switching off various feelings, sensations, tensions in your body. So your muscles can relax. And you can begin to relax deeper and deeper. So gently and gradually switching all those lights off until there's a very comfortable, peaceful darkness. And just relaxing in the darkness for a while. That's okay. And as you do, just allowing yourself to begin letting go. Still conscious, still aware, but just aware of being less aware. And aware of allowing yourself to begin to feel more peaceful, more calm, more relaxed. And that's okay. And as you do this, so you're beginning to open up a channel of communication to this inner world, this inner realm within you. Just widening this channel of communication. Now, as you do this, this may sound strange, it may sound silly, but I want you to imagine the shape of your tinnitus sound. I want you to imagine the shape of it. I want you to imagine the size and the shape of it. And I want you to give it a texture, whether it is hard, soft, rough, smooth, whatever. I want you to give it a shape, a size, and a texture. And I also want you to give it a colour. And as you focus on that image of your sound, in your mind, I want you to get an idea of what you think it needs to be like in order for you to feel more at peace with it. So I want you to get an idea of how the size of it needs to change. How the shape may need to change. how the texture may need to change. How the color may need to change. I want you to think about how you'd like that sound to be, so that you can feel more peaceful with it. And I want you to focus on that image. I want you to focus on that image, but I want you to imagine that you've put the original sound into that precious box from before, from the previous exercise, the transmutational box. So that what you're left with is the reduced sound. And that's what I want you to focus on, the reduced sound, what it looks like, feels like, the color, texture, the size, the shape of the reduced sound. The one that you can feel at peace with. Focus on what you want, which is the image of the reduced sound. Now, as you do this, I want you to understand that this is how you communicate with your body. Your mind works in symbols, images, pictures. You know this from dreams. So to communicate to your mind, your brain, your body, you use symbols, pictures, images to send the messages back. So as you focus on what you want, as you focus on the size, the shape, the color, the texture of the reduced sound, this is the message you're sending to your mind, to your brain, to your body. The next thing I want you to do is I want you to consider the idea of a healing energy. Now, I don't know where this healing energy will come from, or what form it will take, or what it is made of, because that depends on what you believe. So it doesn't matter whether this healing energy comes from something within you or something outside of you. But I want you to imagine now the idea of this healing energy flowing around your bodily systems, healing, repairing, restoring. I want you to imagine this healing energy flowing through the neurons of your brain. I want you to imagine this healing energy flowing through the nerves, the neurons, the cells of your hearing system. I want you to imagine this healing energy flowing to every cell that it is required to. Healing, repairing, restoring. And I wonder if you may notice that in certain places you will sense or visualize it seems to shine a little brighter, because these will be the areas that need it most. So watch this healing energy now as it flows around the systems it needs to. And you can picture, imagine, visualize this whichever way feels appropriate for you. Just watch the healing energy go to work now. Healing, repairing, restoring. You can relax while this happens. See the healing energy flowing around the shape of the sound, helping it to reduce, helping it to become the size, the shape, the color, the texture that you want it to be, so that you can feel more peaceful with it. See this healing energy flowing all around your body, down through the nerves, the muscles, the cells. Again, notice any areas where it seems to glow a little more brightly, and know that something is happening there for you. See it flowing right the way down to the tips of your fingers, to the tips of your toes. I want you to think and feel and sense this healing energy is the feeling, the energy of perfect health, vitality, and life. Follow this healing energy as it returns and flows around your body, from the tips of your fingers, the tips of your toes, to the top of your head, around your ears, your brain, every nerve, every cell. Just healing, cleansing, repairing, restoring. I'm going to be quiet now while you stay with this process for for as long as you choose. When you're ready, very gently, open your eyes, come back to your full awareness if you choose, or depending on where you are, very gently drift into a deep and restful sleep. It's your choice. Thank you.
Okay. I hope this video is helpful, and we will be doing the next in this series probably in 2 weeks' time. If you have any questions, please let me know. I'm now doing Q&A videos, which I think is a better way of answering people's questions. It can be anything regarding tinnitus that's related to tinnitus, and I will answer this via a video now. So anything that's relevant or interesting, questions that you have, if I think it's something that other people will be interested to hear, I will more than likely do video replies to questions now. I think that's a better way. Okay, anyway, best wishes to you all, and I will see you again soon. Bye bye.